Hi everyone, I'm Heather with Berner Babies, and today I wanted to do a video. Actually, I was doing chores and I got to thinking about this particular dog. So a lot of you are not going to know who she is, and before I introduce her, I want to talk about why I want to do this video. So a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, but occasionally I'll kind of scroll through my videos. Hey, what are you eating? I'll scroll through my videos just to kind of see if I feel like I need to do something, or if I'm missing something, or just kind of see what's already out there. And the other day I was kind of scrolling through and I saw a video of Katya. So if you don't know who Katya is, I would highly recommend that you go take a look at her video and then go see her daughter's video journey to truly learn about who Katya is and what she went through with us. So I saw Katya's video, and unfortunately we lost Katya about 2 years ago, but I have not had the courage or strength to watch her video since I lost her. However, I am truly grateful that I have that video, and one day I'm sure I will have the strength to watch that video, but I am very grateful that I have that. And then about 2 months ago, I lost my oldest Berner and my oldest Newfie. Tragically, I lost them on the same day, which I knew was going to happen. They were best friends, and they had been roommates for years, probably 4 or 5 years at probably the least, honestly. And one would start to go downhill, and then the other one would start to go downhill, and then one would bounce back, and then the other one would bounce back, and they kind of did that for years. And my Newfie, Denver, well, let me backtrack a little bit. Anna had started to kind of go downhill and was really feeling and looking her age, and we had her on vitamins, and then she started to really do very well, and started to act much younger than she was. And then so she was doing really well, and then Denver really started to go downhill and was really feeling and acting her age, and we couldn't really find anything wrong with her as to why she was not feeling well. And so we had kind of made the decision that maybe it was time to let Denver go. And so the vet was coming out that day. And then that morning, we were not even out of the house yet. And my employee calls and says, hey, Anna, not Denver, but Anna can't get up. And so I go out. And my vet had planned to come out that evening, so after dinner, after the clinic had closed, he was going to come out and let Denver go peacefully at home. And so when we got out, Anna, I'm sorry, something was definitely wrong with Anna, and Anna had been doing really well, and now both the girls are not doing well. And so I called my vet, and I'm like, hey, Anna all of a sudden is down and can't get up, and something is really, really wrong. And so can you come out sooner, maybe at lunchtime, and let's just let the girls go together. And he said, yes, absolutely. He was going to come out at lunchtime. And so I make Anna comfortable. Denver is just being with Anna, being the good friend that she was. And I come in the house, finish doing what I need to do, go back out to be with Anna, and I seriously was there as she took her last breath. She didn't even wait for the vet to come out. She went on her own terms. But then here I am with Anna and Denver, and so now I'm like, the vet has to come now. My husband has to come now because I can't move Denver. It was like the saddest thing in history, but I knew that the girls would be together in being best friends. It was like Anna knew that Denver was gonna go, and so that she could go too, but they had to go together. So, which brings me to today. I don't have videos of those girls. And I wish that I did, because they had retired long before I started this channel. And so, I wish I did have, I have pictures, of course, but I don't have the YouTube video like I have of Katya. And a couple of weeks ago, I took a video of Scarlett and Baylor, not really even with the intent of a memory for me, but more to honor what they've done for Berner Babies, and so that families with puppies could have something to see, you know, that now that their puppies are growing up, can see mom and dad. So as I was scrolling through my YouTube channel and thinking about Denver and Anna and Katya and everything I've lost along this journey, it brought me to her. So this is Briggs. So I lost Denver and Anna at 11 and 12, which is very old for Berners and Newfies. So Denver was my first and last Newfie. And Anna was very old for a Berner. And so this is Briggs. Briggs is now my oldest Berner. Oldest dog, actually. She's 10 years old. And she was retired fairly young. Sorry. She was retired fairly young. She was either 4 or 5. And the reason she was retired, so let me tell you a little bit about her history. So I owned her mom and her aunt. Her mom was Bethany, and her aunt was Ellie, and I absolutely adored her mother. Her mom, hi Briggs. Her mom was just this amazing girl. And when my husband and I first started dating, Bethany would want to play, and so he would try to let the dogs out, and my dogs had this pecking order of who went outside when. And so he would say, like, it was Bethany's turn to go outside, and she would like go like this and want to play with him, and I would be like still in bed or whatever, and he would say, Heather, Bethany won't go outside, and I'd say, Bethany, go outside, and she'd just walk outside, and he would like, he would get so frustrated with Bethany, but she was like the best dog, and she was so kind, and she loved hugs. She would sit on the floor with her butt on the floor and her paws up, and she would want to hug. So that's why we kept Briggs. Bethany was just the best dog that we definitely wanted to keep those lines. So then when Briggs came along and she started to have puppies, she would have giant, and I do mean giant puppies. Like, she would only have a few puppies at a time, but they would be huge. And so her second to last litter, she pushed, I believe it was her second puppy out of 3. Yes, hi mommy. And she pushed for 45 minutes. And so when the puppy finally was born, I had the vet already lined up, and as soon as the pup was born, I loaded her up in the car to do a C-section, because I was not going to allow her to push for that long again for the third puppy. And so we just took her last puppy via C-section. And so with her last litter, we did Bernedoodles, mini Bernedoodles at that, hoping that the puppies would be smaller and she wouldn't have such a hard time in labor and delivery, because honestly it needs to be all about the mothers and their ease. And so she had mini Bernedoodles, but her labor and delivery was still difficult despite the puppies not being as large. And so we just made the decision right then and there that she was done having puppies, that it was not worth her having that difficult labor and delivery. And so she is an excellent mother. So one thing about Briggs, though, that is kind of funny, but not if you're the mother of her, is from the minute she would come into heat until the minute her puppies left, she would get so grumpy. Like, nobody could be in with her as far as other dogs, except for whoever was going to breed her, the male that was going to breed her. So you could always tell when Briggs was getting ready to come into heat, because she would get very grumpy. So if she had a friend with her, all of a sudden she would start picking fights with whoever her friend was. So you'd have to immediately move her away from any girls. She could only be in with the male that was going to breed her. And then her entire pregnancy, she had to be by herself. And then, of course, with the puppies, she would be by herself. But then as soon as her last puppy left, she could be friends again. So typically, when a dog would retire, we would try to bring them into the house to kind of retire on the couch type of thing. And we have tried that multiple times with Briggs, but she gets so grumpy with our other dogs that she can't. We have tried, and I always tell her, Briggs, why can't you just be nice? So she is just retiring, you know, hanging out in the kennel. But she's a happy girl and continues to be a happy dog, so she'll just chill, and maybe, you know, we'll probably keep trying because she's 10 and kind of deserves to be a couch dog, but I refuse to put them like in a crate or kennel when we have all this space. So anyhow, so I really am making this video mostly for me, but Briggs does have plenty of puppies out there. Probably maybe 10 total, 8 or 10. Like I said, she never had big litters, and so she doesn't have, you know, like as many as like a Scarlet or Kayla would, but she does have puppies out there. Plenty of families that I'm still in contact with, and so I'm sure they'll appreciate seeing that Briggs is doing very, very well at 10 years old. And so, yes, I know. But honestly, if you didn't know that she was 10, you would never think she's 10. She is doing so well health-wise. We've never had any health issues with her. Her mom and aunt both lived long lives. And, yeah, so she's just, yeah. Like I said, I don't feel like you'd ever know that she was 10. She's a happy girl, and we're just enjoying her. And she'll be here till the very end. Sorry I got emotional, but I guess that's what happens. But yeah, so if you have any questions about Briggs, let me know. But this video is mostly for me, so I have something to look back on later. So this is Briggs. Oh, and she was named after the Bears football player. All right. Bye everyone. Thanks for watching.